Welcome to Bodywork.
Again, they both good guys. I grew up with both of them guys. I watched them in the amateurs, so I'm like a student like they are. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to reach them heights that they're reaching. So when I watch them perform, it's happiness for both teams. You know what I'm saying? Because I know both of them put that role in to get where they at today.
So the fans are the winners.
The fans always the winner when you see a great fight. Again, they both good guys. I grew up with both of them guys. I watched them in the amateurs, so I'm like a student like they are. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to reach them heights that they're reaching. So when I watch them perform, it's happiness for both teams. You know what I'm saying? Because I know both of them put that role in to get where they at today.
So the fans are the winners.
The fans always the winner when you see a great fight.
Welcome to Bodywork.
Again, they both good guys. I grew up with both of them guys. I watched them in the amateurs, so I'm like a student like they are. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to reach them heights that they're reaching. So when I watch them perform, it's happiness for both teams. You know what I'm saying? Because I know both of them put that role in to get where they at today.
So the fans are the winners.
The fans always the winner when you see a great fight. Again, they both good guys. I grew up with both of them guys. I watched them in the amateurs, so I'm like a student like they are. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to reach them heights that they're reaching. So when I watch them perform, it's happiness for both teams. You know what I'm saying? Because I know both of them put that role in to get where they at today.
So the fans are the winners.
The fans always the winner when you see a great fight.
Welcome to Bodywork.
Again, they both good guys. I grew up with both of them guys. I watched them in the amateurs, so I'm like a student like they are. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to reach them heights that they're reaching. So when I watch them perform, it's happiness for both teams. You know what I'm saying? Because I know both of them put that role in to get where they at today.
So the fans are the winners.
The fans always the winner when you see a great fight. Again, they both good guys. I grew up with both of them guys. I watched them in the amateurs, so I'm like a student like they are. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to reach them heights that they're reaching. So when I watch them perform, it's happiness for both teams. You know what I'm saying? Because I know both of them put that role in to get where they at today.
So the fans are the winners.
The fans always the winner when you see a great fight.
Welcome back. It's Michael Rogers. Welcome to Bodywork Boxing. And tonight I just wanted to talk a little bit about Coach Calvin, man. I heard Rod's podcast earlier today, and I couldn't help but hear Coach Calvin's heavy heart. You know, with everything that's going on, man. that coach is legendary, man. And I don't think a lot of the times when our legends are up walking around, we salute them the way we supposed to. He is a part of a team. Him and Coach Kenny are part of a team of one of the most successful boxers in the game right now. We see a lot of things going on with social media. We see the Ryan Garcia, we hear the Tank, we see, I didn't even try to dive into it all the way yet. We don't know what's going on, but we do know and we see every day what Coach Calvin and his team, Coach Kenny, the Rise, and what them people do over there for the community of Baltimore, right here in the community where I'm at. So I was thinking about this weekend, and yesterday I did a show asking if boxing was on borrowed time. And I couldn't help but wonder if the lack of boxing this week stirred up some emotions. I know it did in the fans because, all last week it was ending on a sour note in the finger pointing contest between Earl Spence fans and Bud Crawford fans. The stakes got higher. Things got shifted. People who were supposed to be the places where you get information from were reporting information, contradicting stuff that was coming out. And I was like, man, what has kept me from panicking about the whole Spence and Bud fight? And I go back to Coach Calvin in this interview I caught, and I used it for another video from Ellie. Ellie sat back. He had caught an interview of Coach Calvin, and a lot of people like to try to, they want to get some emotions. They want to get some things out of people when they interview people. And Coach Calvin was always stern and level-headed because he is a Jedi. Hence the symbol in the thumbnail. He is a Jedi master. He's a man of peace. He's very wise. And his mindset was, look, I'm a fan of both of the guys. When I look at that fight, I want to see both of them be successful. That's a very unpopular opinion, man, because everybody want to pick sides and everybody want to stand firm on the side of politics and all this. But I reside with what Coach Calvin has said. Never stirred me wrong. And you always hear his love and admiration for the sport because he's always giving back to the sport in the form of the amateurs. I think he get a lot of slack because of his affiliation with Tank, and I think people unjustly criticize him. I hear it all the time. I see it all the time. Have no respect, but he's up there on the Mount Rushmore as far as respectable, no nonsense, but very personable guys. He's up there with Coach Derek James and Coach Kevin Cunningham. I always talk about them in threes. Tonight, I just wanted to give some positive energy out to Coach Calvin and the team. Not sure what's going on with Tank once again, but I know that Coach Calvin, he cares about them a lot. He cares about the youth a lot. He's vital in the community and with the amateurs. And he still maintains to hold it all together. Sometimes we just need some people out here that's going to be positive, put out positive vibes, put out positive thoughts, and keep the eyes on the prize. I'm starting to see a whole lot of finger pointing, going on. A lot of people speculating, extrapolating from information that they really don't know anything about. And I think that boxing is still in a good place. You just got to find a way to keep falling back in love with it. Boxing doesn't always deliver us what we want. Our mindset should be that we all just want to fight. We should take our hands and our noses out of the business. And we should focus on giving positive vibes and energy and also letting it be known that we still want to fight. It's getting kind of toxic. It's been toxic like many other big rivals out here. And at the end of the day, as boxing fans, we just want to see the fight. As far as Tank goes, the news that broke out about his case and, going a court date, and, everybody knew that he wanted to, go again in December, and there was small rumblings about a Rolly again, and people don't really want to see Rolly again. People kind of really didn't want to see Rolly the first time. It was just personal, and it was just like they were supposed to get it on before. It's like, man, let's just get this out the way, because don't want to string this along for years and years and years, being on the same team and never have fought. So, it's some social media things going on. I try not to get into the messiness. I try to stick to the X's and O's, but, trying to keep a pulse on boxing, you kind of got to, peek into and peek behind a veil and try to get what kind of resources you can and kind of figure out information that's going on with the boxers that you check for. I hope to see Tank stay active. I hope that he stays positive. I know he gets a lot of criticism. Floyd gets a lot of criticism, in this era, and there's many different moving parts. And I just want to say that, man, hey, Coach Calvin, keep up the good work. I think people can look back and listen and get wisdom out of the mindset of how we should be trying to look at these fights and put things back into perspective, man. Boxing is a beautiful sport. It's also an ugly sport. But we have people, we have jewels, we have salt in the sport of boxing that is sent there to preserve the sport. So I wanted to give my 2 cents on it. I wanted to give positive vibes out to the Rise podcast. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Don't quiet the noise, you know what I'm saying? Quiet the noise. Stay focused. Keep Tank focused. Keep training, keep striving, and don't let the bad things that are floating around and being said about everybody overpower the good things. Because just because negativity spreads faster and people cater towards drama and negativity, I believe that it's just as much positive energy out here as negative energy, or this world would fall apart. We just tend to focus on the negative all the time. Anyways, I was drawn to actually put that clip back out again and make a little short video about it. I'll probably post it on the channel, just so we can have a reminder of the mindset and the philosophy of the Jedi. Coach Calvin, we salute you. We really do. We hope Bud and Spence, we hope that your families are good. We hope that this fight, comes to fruition. We know at the end of the day, business got to be handled, and y'all still got to fight. So I salute Earl if he decide to move forward. I say, Charlo, stay focused. Don't be getting engaged with all this Bud talk, because Bud has the biggest fight of his entire career right in front of him. And I don't know why people are choosing the time now to start talking about how Jamel Charlo ducking and all this smoke and criticizing him. And, boxing can be a mess. What do we want to focus on? We want to focus on the positivity. Do we want to focus on the Devin and Shakur drama, or do we want to focus on the fact that Devin got a fight? And that's a major fight. We got 2 other major fights on that same date with Wilder and Hellenius and Clarissa Shield and Savannah Marshall. And we got AB and Michaela Meyer. We got a lot of big fights coming up. And I think we still always have something to look forward to in the sport of boxing. So in closing, I'm just going to leave y'all with this clip of Coach Calvin one more time, actually showing and telling us how we should be looking at this fight, man, and not getting too bent out of shape. Just be patient, because the boxing gods is with us. Anybody that came in and listened, thank you. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm gonna rock this out, and then I'm gonna shut it down. Thanks for tuning in here at Bodywork Boxing, where we don't take things for face value. We do that body work. Welcome to Bodywork.
Again, guys. You know me, I grew up with both of them guys. I watched them in the amateurs, so I'm like a student like they are. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to reach them heights that they're reaching. So when I watch them perform, it's happiness for both teams. You know what I'm saying? Because I know both of them put that role in to get where they at today.
So the fans are the winners.
The fans always the winner when you see a great fight. Again, they both good guys. You know me, I grew up with both of them guys. I watched them in the amateurs, so I'm like a student like they are. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to reach them heights that they're reaching. So when I watch them perform, it's happiness for both teams. You know what I'm saying? Because I know both of them put that role in to get where they at today.
So the fans are the winners.
The fans always the winner when you see a great fight.